Hi, my name is Dr. Adnan Siddiqui. I'm an NHS GP who's been working in the NHS for 10 years, but also I'm the director of a human rights organisation called Cageprisoners, set up in 2003. Initially, it was to highlight the plight of detainees in Guantanamo Bay and to know more of their story. But unfortunately, in the time period that we've been working, we've realised that it was the tip of a very large iceberg, involving renditions, secret prisons, torture, and many other things that have actually been used for decades, probably since the Cold War. On a personal level, I have these two roles, which I feel are actually quite complementary. Working as an NHS GP and as a director of a human rights organisation involved in campaigning, the common theme which I see with both of them is the role of fear. Whether it's a fear of diseases, the fear of terrorism, but the measures that are taken from authorities are very similar. Essentially, a lot is to do with coercion and not giving enough information to people so that they can make a reasonable judgment, one that is informed rather than brought on by their gut emotions. From my perspective as a campaigner, I can see that fear-mongering in many ways is making society more anxious, less free, less secure. I see the same thing in my patients, is that you don't have to have a major illness, but if you have somebody who has chronic anxiety and fear, every moment from the moment they wake up to when they go to sleep, if they go to sleep, is debilitating. And I think that's something that we need to challenge, the politics of fear and fear-mongering, because otherwise we surrender our freedoms. If the actual issue is that you are driven by fear, you already have chains around you. I think that, truly being free, having liberty, means that you have the ability to assess and look at risks and to not be led one way or the other and to make a reasoned and informed choice on things. That's something which the NHS and any doctor tries to do for their patients, and I think on a wider level, particularly on a policy level, we find that governments really are motivated by the time they have in office rather than looking at generations ahead. And I think that my job as a GP is I work in a community. I'm not going to be leaving my job in 5 years, 10 years. I'm part of that community, and it's in my interest to build it up and strengthen it. That's what truly makes us resilient and makes us free.